Coming to you from the CFE Arena at the University of Central Florida in Orlando, our FIRST Robotics Competition Orlando regional coverage is proudly powered by the Microsoft Store. Whether you're programming a robot, playing a game, or doing homework, the Microsoft Surface is the tablet that can replace your laptop. You can get your Microsoft Surface, Xbox One, and more by going to PLuGHiTzLive.com/Microsoft. It's almost 5.
It is almost 5.
We've been doing
and
this.
that means that Terri Willingham is going to help us cap the show.
It's true. She's finishing up what she's working on right this second, and now here she comes. She doesn't have a hat she has to fight with. It'll be interesting to see if she puts the
she always puts the hat on top.
She just put the headset on right the first time. That's exciting.
She's so excited to be here.
Hi, Terri.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Go ahead and introduce yourself for anybody who might not know you at this point.
I'm Terri Willingham, Regional Director for FIRST in Central Florida, and I think this is my last rodeo as an official regional director.
Right.
But I'm really glad to be here, and I help coordinate the Orlando Regional and development of FIRST teams throughout Central Florida. So.
And we had a good conversation with your boss a little while ago.
Oh, good. Did she say nice things about me?
Yes.
Oh,
okay.
As did we.
Okay.
She said you were one of the easier regional directors to work with, and that
I don't know what the others are like.
And that the hardest part of working with you is reminding you that sometimes you can take some time off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm taking a lot of time off now.
and much deserved.
Thank you, yeah.
So how's the event been going for you so far?
It's been fantastic. This is a really fun game. It's been, Orlando Regional is always a good event. This is the 19th one. Next year's our 20th anniversary event. I look forward to coming back to it and sitting in the stands and heckling them for not doing it right. But, it's...
You can come hang out with us
I will.
up here in the comfy chairs.
I will do that. But no, they run a great event.
Yeah.
It's a great team. Everything's run very smoothly. Everybody works together really well.
We're definitely fortunate to have the team that we have here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no,
because
it's fantastic.
This is always we don't know what happens behind the scenes, but for those of us who are outside the management office, it's a very smooth operation.
Yeah, and that's what it's supposed to be. Like any big event, it's supposed to look easy on the outside.
Exactly.
So it
and
does.
we always know that in events like this, you're always running around doing all sorts of stuff. Can you tell some of our viewers what goes on during your day?
It's all really top secret.
Oh,
I know.
Oh shoot. I'm sorry. Are you even supposed to be here?
She's not actually here, folks. This has all been...
We're going to block her out.
I'm being redacted.
It's going to be censored. Just this whole interview is censored.
Put a digital block over my head. All right.
And a voice synth over top of you.
Hello. Yeah.
Luckily, we record all the channels individually now, so we can put a voice synth on just you.
That's good. So basically, there's a lot of meetings that go on behind the scenes every morning. It's like any production event. And actually, I learned a lot here that I'm going to be applying. I keep applying to Roboticon, because Roboticon we do on our own without the benefit of show-ready event productions and all these other, the AV group and all that stuff. So,
but luckily, you have us for some of that
we know what we're doing. So,
we built up a good little collection of equipment to make this
we're
stuff
good,
happen.
Yeah. So mornings we usually kick off with every department checking in. So there's the safety crew, the UL safety people who keep track on things like that. There's the pit crew, admin people who manage everything going on in the pits, from spare parts to minor emergencies. Like we have an EMT on site, and we had a couple little minor medical things like a food allergy and somebody tripping over something and those kinds of things. Some of them get reported, some of them don't. But that's an aspect of it. We check in every morning about that. Then there's the volunteer meals and food and coordination. Some of us get radio, some of us don't, and you need to be able to check in with each other to see what everybody is and what's going on. Then there's the field people who are handling the script. The script for this thing is like a 20-page script starting with this morning, going through to tomorrow afternoon. Who's doing what when are you doing the sponsor videos and roles, the parodies that were going on a few minutes ago, which are wonderful. So all of that is scripted because the show needs to run on time. This is actually the longest running road show around. People talk about concerts and stuff. FIRST has been doing a road show for 27 years,
right?
Almost 28 years, and it goes all over the place. And so it's very tightly choreographed, so that you can, these kids are coming from all over the place. You don't want to waste their time, their coaches' times, and all that. So we try to keep matches. For this game, it's a little challenging because it's quite a field. Matches are running at about 8 minutes, because you want to give them as much gameplay as possible. So you don't want to waste time where they don't have any gameplay. They want to come and use that robot. So that's some of the things that we do. And then there's like executive advisory board meeting where you meet with the top high-level sponsors and people who make this possible, high-tech corridor and all of that.
Sure.
Give them your annual report and what's the budget look like. The Florida FIRST Robotics Education Foundation works very hard to build a reserve, so they're aiming towards having a 1-year reserve for funding this event, which is fantastic. They're very fiscally responsible.
That's good.
Give them enormously high marks for that. That's not easy to do.
Yeah.
Not a lot of regionals can do that. So there's a lot of that going on. Just all sorts of little things like that. So when I'm running around, I've either been called over because somebody's got a splinter, or somebody spilled sodas somewhere, or a special VIP person has arrived and they don't know where to go, or someone's looking where their PLuGHiTz interview is and they can't find the suite. So there's all kinds of things like that.
Does your job ever get a little bit easier as the weekend progresses?
Yeah, I mean, like from here on out, it's actually not bad.
Okay.
So Thursdays are a madhouse because you're trying to load everybody in, get them acclimated, get them on the field. We had teams leave. One team left yesterday because they didn't know that they were supposed to stay the whole day. The school bus arrived at 2 o'clock to take them out. And it's like, okay. And so you've got this team leaving, and so you run into like really weird challenges. And we had to stop and have a conversation with them. Go, you can't leave at 2 o'clock tomorrow, right? Because the match schedules are automatically generated, and if you miss a team, it throws the whole match system off.
Right.
So, that kind of stuff yesterday. Today is challenging because Friday is challenging because there's a lot of meetings. So you've got your VIP people showing up, and you've got your EAB meeting, and then you executive advisory board. Setting up people. We had the most amazing thing yesterday when the Army arrived with their semi. You saw their big semi outside? So they come in with a semi and they need to park it on the plaza. And, they have those little cones you pull out. So we had to call the arena people to pull the cones out. And they thought they're going to pull out like 3 or 4 cones so he can pull in the 60-foot semi that's 30 feet wide. So they pull out 2. And we was like, what about the others? Oh, only these 2 come out. And it was like, really? And say, yeah, he can come in through here, but just don't hit any of the plants. So it's got all these little plants, all over palm trees.
Oh my God.
And this Army guy comes through with, I wish I'd filmed it. He comes through, we watched for like 20 minutes, and he threads the needle through that thing, does this massive U-turn. There's like tire tracks all over in front of the CFE arena from the Army truck. Does this massive 40-acre U-turn, and then parks it. And it's like, well, that was interesting. That wasn't in my job description before, So that was kind of an interesting thing.
I saw a photo posted yesterday
That was me,
with it was Chuck.
Oh, Chuck. Oh, okay, because I took some. He took some, yeah.
Because you're in the photo. I know it's not.
Oh, it wasn't me. I didn't see that photo. Okay.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't sign that release, but go ahead.
It had a pretty great caption on it, too.
Oh, I got to go find that now. He probably hid it from me. Okay.
I think it said the greatest parking job you'll ever love or something like that. It's pretty wonderful.
That's good. That's good.
It looked like a rough parking job.
Yeah. So from here on out, it's fairly easy. It's just fun. I get to watch the game now, and
That's great that you get to enjoy it actually instead of just always running around doing things. Yeah, which I know you have both.
Yeah, and actually I wasn't running around as much as I have in past years. Part of it is knowing it's like, what are they going to do? Fire me? So. So I haven't worried about it as much, So, but I love it. It's fun. The kids are great. The one thing I would miss the most is I love being able to go down the hall and have all these kids say Mrs. Willingham and come over and give me a hug.
Yeah.
Aww.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. And always it's like, it's the fountain of youth,
Yeah.
And we've said that before, but it's you guys always make us feel good. So it's and I went to the alumni dinner last night that Barry hosted.
Yes.
That was massive, and it was wonderful to see all the alumni there. And it's wonderful to have all the alumni running as much of the event as they do. You know, a few years ago, my dream was I'd like to see the alumni run the whole thing, and they're probably
Right.
running about 75% of it now.
Well, we're getting there then.
Yeah.
That's a good good tipping point.
Yeah, that's an excellent tipping point. So yeah, I'm excited about, all the work I've done, and I'm excited about new stuff I'm doing, and I'm excited about, what they're doing here as well. So.
Well, it's always fun to have you on the show.
I love it.
And it's you have this show, First Looks, wouldn't exist without you.
Oh, well,
so
yeah.
we're
Maybe I can
certainly-
help with the show more now. That would be fun.
Yeah, it would.
That would be fun.
That
We're
would be
so
fun.
grateful.
Yeah.
We've also talked about the possibility of you coming and hanging out with us for CES. So
Yeah, I like that idea. That's
We
one of
like
my
that idea,
favorite
too.
ideas. Yeah.
we've never been able to pull it off because FRC kickoff weekend is the same
time, yeah.
weekend as.
But I don't have to worry about that now.
Right.
So, yeah.
So-
So one of the things I'm really excited about, I know you're going to get rid of me, but the Robotic Center in Tampa
Yes.
Bay. So I'll probably be focusing most of my work, as Steve and I have been talking about that being our career,
Okay.
and really focusing on the development of the Robotic Center. I got an Argosy Foundation grant for $30,000 to buy a permanent FRC field for Tampa. And so it's a permanent FRC field, for First Robotics Competition field, First Tech Challenge field, and some First Lego League tables, and all the gear to go with it. And so we're really excited about that. We're actually partnering with Computer Mentors and Metropolitan Ministries on that.
Okay.
And may have a facility. Probably not big enough for the full FRC field, but it's enough to get us started.
Okay.
And that will probably go in somewhere in downtown Tampa to get us going, and we can do workshops and classes and have teams be at Mill there. And so I'm excited about that. Be really cool.
That
Sounds
is
pretty exciting.
incredibly
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah.
I'm very glad to hear that because I know you've been working on that for
Yeah, it's we're this close. So
a long time. That's
Yeah.
been in the works.
yeah, and I think
On
it's going
and
to
off
happen.
and on and
yeah,
off.
yeah, I think it's going to happen. So it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
So whatever I couldn't accomplish, at the more complicated corporate level, I'm looking forward to doing at the local level.
the community
which I
side.
think you can do more that way.
Yeah.
So got good community partners. Yeah.
As soon as that name tag comes off, your abilities go up something.
They may, yeah. I think they will, actually. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about it. I thought I was going to feel really sad about this being my last event, and I don't. So that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Because it's not the end of anything. It's just the start of something else.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to.
It's
to coming here with a
focus.
team.
It's
Yeah.
just a change in focus.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
leaving First. You're not
Right.
leaving the
Yeah,
Orlando
you still
Regional.
get to come here and you
Yeah.
still get to experience
Yeah.
everything
Because
that happens, but
Yeah.
it's more.
And I don't have to
Because-
put out the fires. So
Yeah.
because all
It's more
First events
focused.
are
Yeah.
open to the public.
That's right. They are. We actually distributed close to 500 free tickets on Eventbrite for the event.
Nice.
And we actually have a booster option on the Eventbrite, and so people were actually donating. We had like over $200 in donations, just passive fundraising
Wow.
for the event.
That's cool.
Yeah, and so it's really, really fun. And we got a Roboticon on the calendar for Columbus Day weekend, so we're looking forward to getting
When is
that going.
Columbus Day weekend?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's
Just checking.
I
Look
don't
it
know.
up.
Whatever Columbus Day weekend 2017 is. And hopefully no hurricanes this year. Not having a hurricane would be really good. Yeah.
I'm going to see if the internet will work to be able to tell me when that is.
Okay. And our rescheduled Gulf Coast MakerCon is coming up, but I don't
Okay.
know when yet. But
Got
we will share with everybody.
Fantastic.
So, when is it?
I don't know. The internet's really slow because
Yeah.
we're doing the broadcast on it as well.
Okay.
October 9th.
That sounds about right.
Perfect.
But what's cool is there's like Roboticon shirts out there. So there's kids walking around with Roboticon shirts. So you got yours. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. So it was cool to see students wearing them, and that's fun.
awesome.
Yeah, and they were stopping me in the pits and going, "When's Roboticon?" I was like, "Oh, that's so cool."
I still like my little Roboticon shirt with
The
like the
pocket.
pocket and the little robot. Like,
Yeah,
oh, hi.
that's still one of my favorite shirts. That one and Peace, Love, and Robots. It's hard to
Oh,
beat
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case you're curious, 213 days to go.
Okay, thank you. I'll put a countdown clock on the Roboticon
213
website.
days until
Yes.
Roboticon.
Yes. Yay. Yeah.
This website just happens to have a
Good.
days until.
Okay.
So.
Nice. All right. So.
And 577 until next year.
Okay. Thank you. That helps.
I figured it would.
The 948 till the next year.
Okay, we can stop now.
3,867
By then I'll be retired and
until
you'll be running
2027.
it. So.
Till 2027.
Yeah, till
Oh,
3,867 days until Columbus Day 2027.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I'll try to live that long. So.
Oh.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
Long broadcast. Things go weird at the end of a long broadcast.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
It's okay. The broadcast at the end of I-4, just that, the exercise of driving up the highway to here.
There's that too, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then, getting the equipment here and finding out we were missing a piece of equipment.
That's fun.
Was challenging.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should.
Yes, give your thank you.
We should thank, this team right here.
Team Gravy.
FRC.
There you go.
What's the number?
I don't know what their number is. They have their number on
There
it?
at the bottom, right?
It is 5816.
FRC 5816 Team
Team
Gravy.
Gravy.
They were on our Roboticon coverage for First Looks. So if you go back and look at some of our past
They
episodes,
have a cool
you'll
3D
see.
printed button, too.
I
They
see
do.
that.
Yeah.
They were nice enough to pull one of the monitors out of their pit. It's part of their display for their pit. They pulled it out off its mount and brought it upstairs for us.
Because they're awesome.
Because I forgot the monitor for the studio. So we couldn't have done the live show if it hadn't been for one of the teams here. So that's
They're
wonderful.
a really cool team. They're
they
really,
are.
really good. Actually, they provided all the practice field elements as well.
Oh, wow.
And if you look at the practice field, this is a fun tidbit. If you look at the practice field, it has what looks like little pineapples all over it. It's a little flat, low-pow carpet because it was donated by a Disney person, and it was one of the old carpets out of one of the old hotels, like the Caribbean or the one of them. So it's like this tropical carpet, and it's hysterical. So we probably have the only practice field in the country that has like little pineapples on it.
That's awesome.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's
That's
Yeah.
pretty wonderful.
We had a discussion as to whether they're pineapples, acorns, or pine cones. So there is debate, but it's got some sort of tropical thing on it. I don't know.
If it's from a Disney hotel, it's almost
We think it's
certainly
pineapples. I think it's pineapples, yeah.
Because I think I know the carpet you're talking about.
Yeah. You look at it, it's like an old Polynesian village carpet or something,
Oh my
So
goodness.
it's really funny. It was great. It's like, why are there pineapples on the practice field? That's from a Disney hotel.
It's good to have Disney as a partner.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So,
Good to
it's
have
fun.
Disney as the as part of the founding team
Right.
of First.
Yeah. So that's fun, and actually they helped design the game as well. So
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
that's part of the reason the fields are looking so cool
Uh-huh.
and also so incredibly complex is because they're being designed by Disney.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Speaking of Facebook
We're helping
posts,
design. Yes.
your post apologizing to the Roboticon team for the field was pretty wonderful. I heard that week 1 it took 15 hours to set up, and week 2, which is us,
Yeah.
took almost 12.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah. It's a tough field. If you underneath each of the airship, tower, there's like tons of electronics. It looks like you've opened up a circuit breaker, set under there, and everything is wired. There's just wires. There's conduits running across the top of the field with wires going from the airship to the drive station.
Yeah.
It's
Whoa.
crazy.
It's an intense field.
Yeah, and there's like we decided they need to do definitely more consumer product testing because like the thing that the gears go on, they break. It's like, didn't you know there were going to be robots slamming gears onto that little part, and the little pad where the robots pull themselves up on the rope and hit the pad, they're fragile. And it's like, but you have 120-pound robots pulling
Right.
up and smacking it. So you might have guessed.
You remember what the weight limit on these is, right? And that like 80%.
And it's got this little bolt holding on.
Like 80% of the robots just barely make that maximum weight.
Yeah, so there is challenges there, and a lot of these things you don't know until you start the game, and 50 robots have hit it. So
Yeah.
you can only test so much. So we're aware of
Sure.
that, but. So we do more field testing for them, and they fix as they go. And actually, they keep changing things along through the season. So by the time you get to week 4, you week 4 people are really lucky because they've worked out all the kinks, So
We were talking earlier that during week 1, a rule changed.
Right. Yeah.
During Thursday or Friday, a rule changed
Yeah.
because they had made one rule change that made something else a problem.
Right, yeah.
Something from the airships, the way they interacted with the gears or something like that was a problem. So I saw the Facebook post while you were at the other regional, and I'm like, wait,
that changed, yeah.
they just made a change to the game. That's impressive. That's impressive. You don't see that too often. They're like, we apologize. We don't like to do this in the middle of a competition, but
we're changing the rules.
We screwed up.
Yeah.
And this is for you. This is going to make things better for you. We promise. There will be less
a little
penalties.
bit easier.
Yeah. Because teams were getting penalties. 7 yellow cards and 1 red card because of the crossing and 1 old rule and 1 new rule. 7 yellow cards and a red card across the country in week 1. So that's no good. So.
All right.
Well, it's always fun to have you on the show.
It's always fun to be here.
And
I'm
obviously,
going to get off and get a coughing fit in a few minutes. So.
Obviously, it's not the last time you'll be on the show.
No, I'll be on the show. I may be running a camera or something on the show. Who knows?
And we do all kinds of other events with you, Gulf Coast MakerCon and Roboticon.
And we might come up with some new events just for the heck of it.
Absolutely.
I might end up at CES. Who knows?
Yes.
I hope so.
We're hoping on it.
I hope so.
So I'm hoping for more downtime so I can enjoy hanging out with friends, too.
There
so
you
that'll
go.
be good, too. So.
Well, enjoy the rest of the event.
All right. Thank you, guys.
And we will see you soon.
All righty. Have a good one.